Yes. Shout out to the beings right there watching us, the brighter clouds in the middle. All right, let's get this going. I'm doing a little street college lessons and shit. That's what I call it, but it's good. You see, it's nice and hot too today. All right, so we still in solar biology. I'm just doing another one. See right here, this one now we're gonna be. So let me see if I could get it with no glare in it. So you can see it. That's the topic. The topic is the law of soul marriage. This is so important. You know me. I love dramas. That's what started my whole quest on Facebook. I like to uncover all the lies out here in the world. Because the world is a lie. It is a whole lie. And you know what? It became egotistical. Now that's all, what people like. And it's cool if you're going to cater to what people like. But I can't do that no more. I got to be a better person and set an example. So I'm going to be toned down. Probably a lot of people are going to be interested in me no more. Ego shit, I would just be part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to create more problems. I want to solve this shit once and for all. Get this shit over with so our nation can rise, man. Every nation rise and get the hell away from me. Leave my nation alone and leave me alone. I want my nation to be free and happy. Don't even bother me. Just free and happy, living good. That's what we were sent here for, man. You know, before we get into this, it's like every tribe, every community used to wait for one schizophrenic, narcissistic, crazy person to be born in their community because they knew he was an alchemical creation of the ancestors, and he goes and stay with the shaman or the witch doctor to be raised. He's gonna be the one that's gonna be the prophet, the what's they call it, the oracle. He's gonna tell them everything that's gonna happen, and he's also gonna be the healer. He works through them, but he's gonna be fucked up as a child and growing up because he don't know the spirits is on him and he's the chosen one. So today they put them all in mental hospitals, but it's really them that is the true messiahs and healers out here. And we are too. It's in every one of us, but there's ones that's chosen but is going through it because they're Kundalini activated. I just wanted to let you know that. So back to this lesson now. The law of soul marriage. Good one. Excuse me. You can see it? The law of soul marriage. It's important for you to catch that first line. I'm going to read it. Man's interior nature is feminine. I'm going to hold that there for y'all for a minute. Man's interior nature is feminine. Man's interior nature is feminine. You got that? So guess what? What would woman's interior nature be? Masculine. Masculine. That's a fact. So, it's not just me saying this, that a man is a woman and a woman is a man. That's just how it is. When you go back in the spiritual world, you'll see it's really, you're God anyway. So you either one. But what you're expressing is not the true absolute. You're expressing the opposite because everything goes backwards in the spiritual world. It don't go in the same time direction. We go anti-clockwise that way when we go spiritual. Okay. So let's see what this is saying. Let me hold it up again. See the eye that always come and look at the reflection there. See that eye? See the face? But anyways, let me read it to you. It says, man's interior nature is feminine. Woman's interior nature is masculine. See, I didn't even read that second line. That's important to know that. Because if you don't know that, then it's written right there. And this is an old book. This is from like 1940s. I recommend it. So now let me go on. It says, the magnetic and electrical emanation of men and women are inverse to each other. You get that? Like the positive and negative poles of a magnet. Therefore, when the trinity of being is in harmony between a man and a woman, they are drawn together and interblended, forming a perfect unity of spirit, body, and soul, which was anciently symbolized by the double triangle forming a six-pointed star. So now you get what the six-pointed star is, the double triangle. That's the unity of man and woman, the twin flame. It's not some pentagon symbol, it's not some occult symbol, it's not even a symbol to mean the devil. That's what it means, straight up and down. You know, holding it up, but let's continue. But these conjunctions cannot be made promiscuous. Nature has a perfect mechanical order, a place for everything, and everything in its place. Therefore, one man and one woman belong together from the order of creation. Any deviation from order creates inharmony, and inharmony is productive of adversity. You hear that? A lot of people that's going through adversity is not in harmony. Inharmony causes adversity. So evaluate your life. If you have a lot of adversity going on, you're out of harmony with nature. Straight like that. Now, when the man and woman meet, who really belong to each other from this law of order, if they are living in harmony with the triune nature, they will certainly recognize each other and love each other from that moment. So, for you to actually be one with your soulmate, you got to have your trinity together. All three of them, got to be in you. You got to have both your pentagrams, the up pyramid and the down pyramid. It's in the chakra, the top one and the bottom one. You got to have them meeting. Okay. So let's continue. I'm up to here now. The body. It says, the body is the sphere of physical sense or material world. Let me read that again. The body in the sphere of the physical sense or material world. Okay, that's talking about from the other page. Hold on. Let me move away from this water because it's kind of loud and I don't want to be over talking it. So this is new, y'all. Y'all bear with me while I pull this together. I'm just trying to see if I could get it popping, you know. Okay. Let's go. The mental formation of the soul is characterized by the dominance of one of the other of these. Okay, the spirit was anciently symbolized by Osiris, the father Isis, the mother. I said that wrong. The spirit was anciently symbolized by Osiris, the father, Isis, the mother or body, with the infant child Horus in the arms, born from the contact of spirit with matter. This infant child represents the mental formation or soul. So there you go. So you realize Osiris, Isis, and Horus is not actually no gods, no beings. It's you. They just put all of that into some type of codified talk to make us believe that these spirits exist, and you create them through thought forms. Your thoughts. You made it up. It's not actual. But what is actual is you have a body, a soul, and you, the conscious being. So now I hope you understand that. You know, I'm going to hold it up so you can read it for yourself. If you want the book, Solar Biology, tell you this. It's a great book. It's actually the old ways of chemistry before they codified and got us all talking about vitamin D and this means that and that means this. All of those things wasn't existent then, man. You only had intuition, senses. Right now we want a meaning for everything. We want to read the label. And they the one who trick us. They write whatever they want in them labels and we believe it. Because they're our God. Straight up and down. We don't need our senses no more. They're our senses. I'm being realistic with y'all. Alright. The law of soul marriage. Oh, sweat, I did that one. Oh, I had it twice. Alright. Here we go. This is a mess, but y'all bear with me. This is just a test run. It says, the present materialistic tendency of our age is constantly instructing children to follow their physical senses and even their litigious inclinations. And by reason of this, men and women are not apt to recognize their true compassions, but are drawn together purely for their sex sensation nature. So they can only meet physically, there being no union either of spirit or soul. So you see, if you don't actually have in you the power to will and imagine and to desire and to have faith and actually patience, prudence. You can't just go outside and say, this the one I love, and meet them and you think that's your soulmate. It don't happen like that. You have to qualify under certain circumstances first, which is the two triangle. Without you taking the time to discipline yourself and getting yourself aligned, that sends out the signal now to him that he's not going to get that signal. It's not going to send that signal out to your other half. One of y'all two got to do the first step. It's like the movie Hancock. When he was sick and messed up, he was going through a kundalini or whatever, and she helped him. She felt it. That's how it works. All right. Now, in such cases, as soon as the fire of passions are cool, there arises a repulsion between the two, resulting in a life of inharmony and misery, which does not end with them, but is transmitted to their offspring and reflected upon all whom come in social contact with them. And as all mankind are members of one great body, it brings suffering upon the whole body of humanity. So you hear that? Just by you getting in a relationship with the wrong person just for sex or just for a few minutes of pleasure, you wind up fucking up not just your life and your kids' life, but you wind up fucking up other people and the synchronicity of this whole universal system playing that bullshit. Just because you either can't wait or you trying to capture something that you don't belong to you. How you capture it? And just go to the gym and pump up a false body. How you capture it? Girls put on the fake nails, fake eyelashes, and fake hair. That's capturing. That's you actually pretending to be something you're not to get something, and then when you get it, you get mad when it don't stay with you. It's nothing you showed that was you. Including what you can't go to the gym for the rest of your life. It's not real. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta be yourself. You're only beautiful if you're you. You can't be beautiful being like a white girl with hair. You can't be beautiful looking like an Indian if you're black. You gotta be a beautiful black person. You gotta be a beautiful Indian person. You gotta be a beautiful Chinese person. You gotta be a beautiful whatever you are. And you gotta accept that. If you can't accept them things, it don't even make no sense you even try to do it. Let me pause this. Okay, keeping it going now. It says, frequently, in delineating the character of persons, we find the antagonism which exists between parents embodied the nature of the child. Many men and women are made worthless and even vicious and criminal through the antagonistic conditions existing in their own person for parental causes. This can be easily determined by the system of solar biology if we observe what points are inheritance or what they inherit. Yes, brother. All right. And so you got to realize, it's like I said, that I'm just giving you an example of how things get inherited or you catch karma that's passed on from one lifetime to the lifetime or to the kids. The selection of parents in marriage, it says now, the question of how to find a true congenial mate is one of greatest importance. The first requisite is to bring unity of action between spirit, body, and soul. And the most important means is bringing this about is habitual chastity. And I've been telling y'all that all along. I'm just reading this to read it to y'all because, like I said, we're taking it to the street knowledge. That's from Solar Biology. That's the part I just read down here, if you can see it. It's telling you that if you want you're a tool. You're a man and a woman in one. That was the most important part we started with in the beginning. But it's not directing it in a man and it's not directing it in a woman. It's saying you're both inside of you. And the man is the man that we see as masculine is feminine, and the woman we see as feminine is masculine. And by the man grasping his feminine side, which is Kundalini, and the woman grasping her masculine side, they become full, the two trinity, the two triangles. With them aligning all of these bodies, that's where we at this last section, where it says the first requisite is to bring unity of action between the spirit, body, and soul. And so that would be what you first do. And so now it says the present materialistic is this the same? All right, yes, hold on. Then it says, these attractions sometimes result from being born in an adjoining sign of polarity and sometimes from harmonious planetary combinations, which will become fully explained hereafter. The third and perfect relation will be observing a feeling of harmony and peace, a deep quiet rest, or enjoyment in sitting in silence in each other's company with a feeling of sacredness of each other's presence. Even when separated, the thought of each other's produces similar result. Frequently, where true soul union exists between two, there will be a realization of actual presence and sacredness of their presence through their bodies, though their bodies are miles apart. You see? And that one is important to know, that even though you don't have to be with the person to actually be in a soul relationship, and most soul relationships is not physical, they're distant relationships. Okay? When this condition exists, they may rest assured that perfect harmony and interblending will result from their from their triune relationship. Such marriages, as they are few, very few indeed. We find often in given delineations of character men and women who have met these true soul companions, but from some case have been led away from them and married to others. Let me read that part again because of the car. It says, we find often in given delineation of character men and women who have met these true soul companion, but for some reason or some cause have been led away from them and married to others. Well, they're saying such can never be separated in spirit, for the image of this companion will always be present in their memory and sacred to their thoughts. The doors of their inner temple of their existence will be forever blotted against all others, and a deep soul sadness will characterize all their private life, though they try to avoid any expression of it. Frequently, the child of parents that are in this condition will be the very image of the absent one, so dear to memory, though their companion may, yes, brother, may furnish this material germ or the ground in which to see themselves on. So you see, even though they're not together physically, they're going to actually be still together spiritually, because we live in a world of thought, and thought is the ruling substance here. It's like if you get a woman pregnant, it's very understanding to know that you can't be beating on her, you can't be abusing her, you can't be yelling at her. That's what the kid is going to be on when he comes out, just a mess. And that's all we create now. Talking nowadays, we like, bitch, fuck you, this, that. What the fuck is going on? This is what the child here, he becomes this negative entity that comes out. And if you want that, that's fine. But that's not giving him the options he needs. You give him options by offering him nothing, a clean slate, and let him pick what he wants from his own personal experience. But imposing what you believe or what you think is right is not the right way to raise up a new generation, because they're going to be different from you. You know, this lesson is about learning. Let me see. I just wanted to drop that info on y'all, real quick. Let me see if I have any more I want to show y'all before I get up out of here. I think that's about it for now. So much data that we have to go over. It's just a matter of time. But, the questions is going to be here. Let me show y'all all the astral creatures you got to pass. These is them right there. This is when you're in the astral world. These is the being. Remember we read about Leviathan? You see Leviathan in there? This is an ancient picture of how they saw it. They didn't see it like these modern people with all the lies they're telling us. This is the real one. These is the different dimensions you travel through with the animals. Let's say that that have to eat you or whatever. That's it. And here's a portrait of Guza. Guza, the Zulu king. Remember, I tell you, he's a kafar. Kafar is different type of people. They don't consider these people black Negroes. They're different. And it's bugged out. It's white people, Negrito stuff. And they got a conclusion that their skin reflects. It's a reflective glow. It's not like they say a Negro skin who actually absorb light. So they saying after the first group of people out of West Africa, then the rest of the world came these type of people called Kafars. And so, this is not just about that. He's actually a chief, and he holds court. He goes to court and like a case, just like a judge every day. So I wanted you to understand that this system been here. They followed the whole Israelite system is built off of them. This is their wares right here. This is kafar wear. They wear these when they go on long journeys to deliver mail. They had a mailing system, all of these back then. So I'm just leaving you a little example of some of the stuff, but we don't really get to hear about too much. Here go one now. I'm gonna read to you from the kafar. I'm gonna post this one so that y'all can see what it says. But it's something about the kafar. Let me see what it says, because this is something. Every time I jot something down, trust me, it's something good. Hey, how you doing? Hello. All right, so here it go. It says, the young kafar women are quite as remarkable for the beauty of their form as are the men, and the very trifling dress which they wear serves to show off their figures to the best advantage. Some of the young women, kafar girls, hold on.